Progress is a way of life in America, fast-moving and constantly changing. I'm Greg Gumbel, and from business to technology, from the bustling cities to the peaceful suburbs, we're going to take you coast to coast, showing you today what you're going to be talking about tomorrow. Welcome to Eye on America. Farming is one of America's oldest traditions. New technology, however, is changing the face of agriculture. Let's take a closer look.
In every facet of farming, the health of livestock is essential. Not only does this ensure the safety and wholesomeness of our food supply, but it also ensures high productivity, in turn, increasing revenue. This is especially true in the dairy industry.
Proper nutrition for livestock is important for a variety of reasons. It's critical to the success of all aspects of animal agriculture, but is probably of greatest importance to the success and profitability of dairy farms. Not only is nutrition critical to the success of milk production on farms, which of course is the way most of these dairy producers derive the majority of their income, but it's also an important consideration with respect to animal health and performance, not only for the mature cows making milk, but also for calves and heifers through their development and maturation. Without healthy animals, these producers aren't going to be as profitable as they otherwise could be, so it's a critical component of their business.
To fully understand the importance of healthy livestock, we paid a visit to Evergreen Farm in rural Pennsylvania, where nutritionists from Renaissance Nutrition pay regular visits to Evergreen to evaluate its forages, cows, and operations.
Renaissance Nutrition specializes in the development of dairy rations for quality dairy producers. Our objective is to help them maximize the production of their dairy cows, while at the same time maintaining a healthy environment and a healthy animal.
To learn what goes into producing the estimated 14 billion gallons of milk and dairy products consumed by Americans each year, we start by taking a look at the primary resource, the dairy cow.
The dairy cow is unique because it is a ruminant, and ruminants are animals that have a four-chambered stomach, and one of the chambers, that being the rumen, allows them to digest and utilize fiber as a significant component of their diet. So the great thing about these cows is we can feed them fiber that people can't digest, some other animal species can't digest. They can take that fiber and ultimately turn it into milk.
As the cow grazes, the first and largest stomach chamber, or rumen, contains microbial populations that ferment the plant matter in feed, creating cud that the cow regurgitates later to break down even further. Of the four chambers, the rumen most affects the quality and quantity of the milk produced by the cow. The remaining three chambers further break down and digest the food and send it on its way to the intestines.
On well-managed herds like this one, they go to great length to minimize the stresses that the cows may have, but they do a great job at it here. As you can see, these cows are in and out of the parlor in a short period of time. Many of these cows, because the milking process is virtually painless and there's no discomfort at all, they're anxious to go be milked. After they're finished, they return to their fresh feed and fresh water. One of the aspects of my job here on the dairy farm as the dairy nutritionist is to collect forage samples, send them off for analysis at the lab, and that allows us to take that information and be able to see what additional dietary needs the cow may have. From there, we focus on maximizing microbial yield by synchronizing proteins and carbohydrates, which allows us to have better herd health, better feed efficiencies, and overall better production of high-quality milk.
Data collected from the testing is analyzed to determine the proper feed mixture for the dairy cows.
To determine the best mix for a specific dairy, we use proprietary software, CPM Dairy. CPM Dairy is a collaboration between Cornell University, the University of Pennsylvania, and the Miner Institute. Using the best inputs that we can gather on the farm, we can predict milk production and predict the responses from different feedstuffs before we actually put the diet onto the farm.
Based on their findings, Renaissance formulates a diet and prepares a feed that meets the cow's specific dietary needs. In addition to nutritional concerns, Renaissance nutritionists offer consulting and other components of dairy farm management.
Some additional parts of my job here as a dairy nutritionist is not only dealing with the current lactating herd, but the future lactating herd, which is the calves, the heifers, the dry cows. We monitor them for growth, for body condition score, for overall general herd health, and we make suggestions according to what we see. Today's
dairy producer faces a variety of challenges. There have been recent, more stringent environmental regulations that they've had to comply with. As the consumer and the U.S. public knows, there's certainly been increased fuel costs of late that they've had to contend with. The biggest consideration, I feel, is probably that overall cost of production have increased so much in the last year. It's become a big challenge for them to remain profitable. If you look at what the price of milk is in the store, and certainly that's increased here in the last year or so, most consumers would probably be shocked to know what little of a percentage of that actually goes back to the producer.
Renaissance is very excited about the future of the dairy industry in the United States. By working one-on-one with dairy producers, we can better understand the challenges that they face and help them come up with the solutions that they need to meet their individual needs. Dairy products in this country are the most pure and regulated in the entire food chain. As long as Renaissance can continue to be on the cutting edge of nutritional science, we can help make the dairy cow the most efficient producer of food that the world has ever seen.
For more information on this story, please visit Renaissance Nutrition at RENNUT.com.